I would like to invite our next speaker, that is HE Honor Dr. Monique Lynch, on this wonderful platform of IDYM. And I take the privilege to welcome you, ma'am. Please take the center stage.
Hi, thank you so much for the introduction. So I will be speaking on the importance of the Sustainable Development Goals. So one would think, what are the Sustainable Development Goals? Now, to fight common global problems of human life, 193 countries came together and agreed on 17 sustainable goals and 169 sub-goals at the UN General Assembly. Now, basically, the SDGs is a compass showing the best routes for our desired designation. Now, the purpose was to come up with a set of universal goals that would help to combat the urgent environmental, political, health, and economic challenges facing our world. Now, the SDGs call on an intercontinental, a multi-sectoral, and interprofessional approach for all businesses, world leaders, NGOs, private and public sectors to apply their creativity and innovation to solve our sustainable development challenges. Now, what are these 17 sustainable development goals? Now, Dr. Iman would have already listed those. So what categories summarizes these 17 development goals? And these are: one, stable economic growth. And this is basically the eradication of poverty and hunger to ensuring healthy life, covering goals 1 to 3. 2, the conservation of natural resources. Now, this is basically to achieve the universal access to basic services such as water, sanitation, and sustainable energy. And this category covers goals 6, 7, 14, and 15. Now, the third category, social progress and equality. And this is basically to reduce the inequalities in the world, especially gender inequalities. Now, supporting the generation by the development of opportunities through inclusive education and decent work, fostering innovation and resilient infrastructures by creating communities and cities capable of producing and consuming sustainably. And these cover goals 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And the final category, environmental protection. And this is caring for the environment by combating climate change, protecting oceans and terrestrial ecosystems. And this would cover goals 13, 16, and 17. So who are the sustainable goals for? The sustainable development goals are aimed at everyone: policymakers, civil society, businesses, academia, youth, each and every individual in every society. Additionally, along with the public sector, it is critical that the private sector and companies are involved in achieving the SDGs. Now, why are they important? Well, the most fascinating aspect of the goals is that everyone can contribute, and every contribution, whether small or big, will make an impact on our world. So to any young person who believes that one person can't change the world, it really only takes one person. Now, I've gathered the importance of the SDGs into 5 main categories. The first one, the SDGs provide essential human needs, and this is by finding innovative and sustainable ways to provide life essentials like food, shelter, and water. 2, the SDGs take into account the agricultural requirements. And this is basically finding ways to feed more than 3 billion people through sustainable agricultural methods. 3, the SDGs seek to manage climate change. 4, the SDGs seek to secure financial stability. And this is basically using sustainable development practices by having the ability to create more financially sustainable economies across the world. And then number 5, the SDGs promote a holistic, healthy development for all people and for all ages. Now I'm going to zoom in on a specific goal, which is goal number 3, which is basically what my life's work is about. And goal number 3 is good health and well-being, ensuring healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Now, the key facts about this particular goal is that physical and mental health has an impact on so many aspects of a human life that it is hard to address sustainable development without taking it into consideration. Now, in the last decade, in several different countries, significant progress has been made in improving several key areas of health. But the goal itself does not speak to mental illness in its entirety, but newer mental related health issues such as substance misuse, suicide, depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder are becoming more widespread. So what are some of the recommendations for government leaders? Now, the roles and the responsibilities of local government to ensure healthy lives will differ from country to country, but generally will include making mental health a priority. And how can we do this? 1, improving health governance related to inclusion, affordability, and accessibility of basic mental health care through healthcare facilities and hospitals for all persons, and all persons including minority groups, persons living on and below the poverty line, rural communities, indigenous groups like the Maroons, and etc. 2, providing training of basic mental health care to all healthcare providers, professionals, and workers. 3, giving incentives to private sector for incorporating mental health days, mental health leave for employees, and adding and covering therapy sessions under health insurance packages. 4, including mental health in the curriculum at every level of educational institutions and healthcare facilities. 5, disseminating information about the dangers of substance misuse and the withdrawal treatment, and this usually covers alcohol, tobacco, and other drug use. Now, 6, providing recreational facilities like parks, sport fields, stadiums, swimming pools, etc., to promote mental wellness. 7, promoting screening practices for mental illness in patients with non-communicable diseases, maternity patients, amputees patients, cancer patients, HIV patients, etc. Because a lot of these medications given to these persons have side effects that, if they are not treated, will lead to a mental disorder. And the last recommendation is running literacy campaigns to eradicate the discrimination and the stigma that is usually assigned to mental health and mental illness. So in conclusion, the impact of these sustainable goals on global sustainable development will largely depend on the world's ability to transition to new governance for sustainability that recognize the roles and the responsibilities of local and subnational governments. Now, for local governments in urban, peri-urban, and rural areas are best linked to all global goals within their areas of work to benefit their local communities. Especially for mental health in rural communities, there are usually several barriers to accessing mental health care and services. Now, working primarily in developing and transitional countries, I'm sure we have all seen the impact, both the negative impact of the changing environments and the growing inequalities, but also the positive impact of the goals and how they're helping to create better opportunities for local communities in every country. So we have to use this momentum and keep pushing towards achieving these goals so that we can create a better world for us all. Thank you.
Very, very, very elaborately stressed, ma'am, because this was missing in today's session about the mental health. Mental health is a very, very important factor for all of us, because we highlight all the other issues and we forget about the mental health of the education. That is
Right.
one of the core sustainability developmental goals for the health of the educators first. We are always concentrating on academic part, how to educate children, how to bring all these things into action, but we always fail to empower ourselves first. How we
Right.
can create a wonderful mental health, how we can, well, you just need to be natural, be unique, be just true to yourself first, and only then we can blend all the academics and all the other NEP policies together in a beautiful way. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing this issue on highlight, and it was a privilege to have you here on IDYM. And I take my pleasure in giving you the stage and hosting you for at least 10 minutes. That 10 minutes is beautiful for creating quality learning for everyone. So, for all the speakers of the today, I would like you to come on the stage and just one message for the educators today. I would like to start with Sunil Sood, sir. Sunil Sood, sir, are you there? One message on SDG goals for educators out everywhere. One message, sir. Sunil Sood, sir.
Yeah. So it was very nice, and the topic was of my interest, as you can make out from my comments. Thanks to you and the platform even. My message is actually very one thing which I missed out. I would like to use this time for that. My message is to let us all work together for taking India to a sustainable development path. We have already started one mission Sustainable India, and we have prepared vision document for that, and how we can do it, including sustainable education. The education is also part of it. So my request for today's all present will be to please try to understand this mission Sustainable India, and how we can work together on all the agendas, all the goals and targets together. Because instead of taking in separately in a silo mode, we can take it in a full together. All the we can take on. This is my point today. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable message, and we all hope to adhere to what you have said. Let's see. My next speaker, I think, is Zubair, sir. One strong message for all the educators out. Are you there, Zubair, sir? Zubair, sir, are you there on the platform? I would like to call Iman ma'am for a strong message out for all of us.
Yes, my dear sister. Just I wanted to say, if the SD goals as like as a person or as like as a human being, so the education is the heart of this person. Thank you.
Very good, because everything is captured in the heart. If you have the heart and soul put into action in doing good for others, everything will follow automatically. Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. Next speaker, I think, Monique, ma'am. One strong message for all the educators.
I would say to include youth in the sustainable development goals. Youth are usually excluded from decision makers, and it's to the detriment of any country. Giving young people a seat at decision making tables, giving them that holistic education, promoting youth leadership and participation is the key to success of every country.
And yeah, that is very true. Very much needed also, because we highlight all the other issues and we escape this. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful message for all of us. And last